me feeling like I'm academics.
YoungBoy did eventually drop a song with Chief Keef, and there's a video of them in the studio together. And if anyone follows me, remember when I went to the tour, the same day I actually ran into Jim Jones. That was the New Jersey show. Me and YoungBoy were backstage, and we're backstage. He says, I'm gonna play you some music, and he plays my whole fucking album. I was like, this is crazy. This guy has so much music. But he plays me a song, and he plays me a song with Keef. And that's when I realized, I'm like, oh shit, this motherfucker got a song with Keef. Anyway, he dropped the song, but there's a video of him and Keef in the studio making a song. Now, if you don't know, Chief Keef is a legendary rapper out of Chicago, you know, one of the founders and, you know, pretty much the Jay-Z of, or was it say Jay-Z? I guess the Jay-Z of, or the Michael Jordan of drill, I would say, right? And obviously, watch. So we got Keef, we got Wabi. And yeah, amazing collab. The song is out, I believe. And ironically, you know, some people had issue with it. They're like, yo, hold on now. Well, Chief Keef is from Chicago. You know, he's from notably O Block. Also, NBA YoungBoy, his partner is Lil Tim, who killed King Vaughn. King Vaughn is from O Block. Not only is King Vaughn from O Block, Chief Keef and Lil Durk are seen as like pretty much pioneers, or one of the early pioneers and founders of that Chicago drill post-2010 sound. They have been seen as competitors. They've been seen as friends. They've been seen as allies. They're both black disciples. So people said, hey, what the fuck is going on here? If Lil Durk lost his mans, King Vaughn, to the friend or the partner of NBA YoungBoy, Lil Durk is sitting in jail potentially because of a murder for hire, trying to get back on NBA YoungBoy's conglomerate, Quando Rondo, but got Lil Pop. Why would Keef, if he's cool with Durk, and also just out of Chicago solidarity, be with NBA YoungBoy in the studio? Why would he do that? A lot of people in Chicago didn't like that. Now, Chief Keef honestly hasn't been back to Chicago in a long time. When he finally got out, he got out. I've told you the story that supposedly happened. It apparently, the BDs around him, which is kind of ironic, tried to run down on him. They tried to rob him, or they supposedly did. Boss stopped. Remember, I used to call him a diaper bandit. That has a long lore behind it. Apparently, the whole lore and the story is that Chief Keef out of Chicago, you know, as it happens with these gangster, you know, rappers, where you're rapping about this, you know, call up D Money. He like you're name dropping. A lot of times in drill music, you're name dropping actual killers and actual hitters. So if those people get caught for doing actual killings and hits or attempts or with a gun, they're probably going to say, hey, the rapper who's making his name off of mentioning the actual murderers and the actual savages that's putting work in, bro, could you get him a lawyer? Could you pay for X, Y, and Z to make sure he's good? Could you get him a bond? Now, the story goes, there was some BDs that were associated with Keef that they were saying they wanted Keef to pay for some bonds. The story goes that Keef told him, I ain't got it. I ain't got that right now. Ironic, because Keef was starting to make a lot of money. This is the Glory Boys, okay? There is supposedly a important but an inflection point in that whole saga, because Chief
and like I told him,
Chief Keef flashes money. There's a video where hold on. Where Chief Keef is flashing money in an Instagram video, but he's saying, I ain't got it, I'm broke. And supposedly, I don't know if I can find the video, supposedly that pissed off all of the gang members who was really on his side, right? It's not, I ain't got it, it's broke. Let me see. Here we go.
So we say our homie booked the shit, his bond 25,000.
Okay, so he's telling the same story.
We got 18,000, we need 75 more hundred, right?
So somebody gets booked, they supposedly scrounge up, and this is the interesting part. Remember, Chief Keef left Chicago, which this is why this is all ironic. Chief Keef leaves Chicago because essentially his own homies try to pull a move on him. While Vaughn was alive, Vaughn would explain, remember, Vaughn is also from O Block, the real intricate details of it, leading some to speculate maybe Vaughn didn't get along with Keef. We never really seen the synergy with them. However, Vaughn has now died, and subsequently later, Keef supposedly has dated Vaughn's sister. This is all like a clusterfuck, people.
So the nigga said, oh yeah, that's all I need, woo. I just spent that shit on shoes, woo.
Okay, so they're saying Keef said, you only need 7,500? Oh, I spent that on shoes. I got y'all.
Right. Why you say it like that, though? Now we call him again like a week later or something.
So they called him again a week later.
Then what's up with that money, gang? Like, whoa, you know, we trying to get folks out.
Vaughn.
Yeah, how much I need? We need 7,500 and shit. Whoa. Now, this is a minute ago. So now you get that. Folks get that. What do you say? Yeah, 7,500. I just threw that shit in the club and shit.
So apparently he tells them, he said, yo, 7,500, nigga, I throw that in the club.
Ooh. So motherfuckers see folks. Motherfucker take folks' chain off his neck and shit. Motherfucker take folks' shit. They go get the bomb money.
Man, niggas be back door. Niggas be back door.
For clout and shit, try to make other people seem bogus and shit or whatever. What? But it's really over some real shit, and nigga be out like a real hoe.
Okay, so look like, you know, I think Vaughn's perspective, and I think Vaughn learned from Keef. Remember when Vaughn got his bread, he brought 100,000 back to O Block to like bust down, right? King Vaughn gives 100K to O Block. And I guess, like, you know, he learned from the Keef thing to say, hey, listen, yo, the reason why Keef's not here no more, and Keef basically had to skedaddle, he thought he got bigger than the program, that his money was his money, and he didn't have to keep funding all of the fuck shit that basically created him. So this is the video of, you know, King Vaughn bringing 100K to the hood. See? And the interesting part with Vaughn is that Vaughn, I don't know if he just learned from the Keef thing, he was feeding his wolves. Look, he was feeding them. Remember, he got them O Block chains. He gave them money.
I want one of them hallways seeing that big hallway.
Is that Queen Vaughn right here? Am I tripping? Is it Queen Vaughn? Oh, it is Queen Vaughn. Yeah, so Vaughn, you know, as the story goes, he kept giving back to the hood. By the way, there's a little bit more even with that with Durk, where Durk kind of almost essentially on an underground level, I'm not going to say too much, you know, because I don't want him to say that's a Warren Shot Right guy. Durk, Durk got that song where he says, you say your homie name in a song got hot, like you got him hot or whatever. Let's see what songs are. That song is no. You say his name. Okay, you say his name inside a song that got your brother hot. Yeah, that's it. It's on Shoulda Ducked. Those are interesting lyrics. Hold on. He says, you say his name inside a song that got your brother hot, then leave him hanging without a lawyer. That shit dumb as fuck. A lot of people thought that line was very interesting. Okay? But ironically, you know, we're not going to go down too much of a lore. You know, the war in Chirac days is over, y'all. At least for me. People felt that, and essentially why the feds came at Durk with quote unquote murder for hire is that, you know, remember, and this is why, you know, I think part of this, Durk might be kind of innocent, but Durk, you know how niggas get caught up in a RICO? This is why Lil Baby's trying to change his name for him. You know, he's 4PF. He's now saying, oh, I'm CBFW, HDMI. No, nigga, you're 4PF. The thing is, when you give your homies money, like, oh, yo, here's 10 bands, blah, blah, the law enforcement are going to interpret you giving them money out of you just gifting them something as payoff money for committing crimes for the gang. So now it's a RICO, right? One of the parts of RICO is affected, especially Fed RICO, affecting interstate commerce. So anytime you give a killer or like a street nigga money that doesn't have a strict job, the feds are going to think that you're funding crime. This is why niggas get away from street niggas. Because street niggas ain't good at having a job. They're good at just like being here for those one moments when a nigga try you or they need to do something. And here's the thing. They're not going to keep being around if you don't keep like, yo, you know my mom, yo, Smirk, yo, my mom car crashed, she got to take the bus now, man. Like the ops is going crazy, man. Like, we just need $7,500 for this new whip. All right, here the $7,500. Yo, get your mom car right. The feds is looking at that as a payoff. Straight up. That's what it is. No, not saying that's what it is, but I'm saying that's how the feds look at it. So the idea of Chief Keef not paying this money, right, for the bond, and now his guys got upset, wanted to do whatever. Not only did King Vaughn learn from that, gave out old block chains, brought the guys with him everywhere he was going. Look, when he was in Atlanta, he was rolling with 20 niggas when they walked up on Quando Rondo, right? He not only did that, he went to O Block, bust down 100,000. He was the true example of, I'm trying to take my hood with me. Now, obviously, if he was going to ever survive in this game, he would have to get to the point where he either has to shed the fat or he's just not going to go far, right? Because you can't walk around with, there's no rapper in past year 3 that's walking around with 10, 15 street niggas. It's not happening. Either all y'all going to jail, either that one nigga gonna fuck up all the bags for you because he's a hothead. Your first 2 years is the year where everybody is trying to see your toughness, so you walk around with all your killers. That's what I think happened with Baby in San Francisco. I think Baby, honestly, bro, I know how Baby been running around. I know how Baby been moving. Baby hasn't been running around with a bunch of shooters and killers. He gets booked for the Super Bowl. I just came off the viral thing of basically calling him a hoe, right? He flew out more than what he usually brings to kind of probably set a statement like, yo, I'm not to be fucked with. I mean, that's kind of his new conglomerate. Can't be fucked with. Except now you fly out these niggas who have no purpose in life. The first argument, they're ready to pop somebody. Now they pop somebody, you're on their investigation. So in reality, it's just not I'm saying all that to say Chief Keef is really fucking smart. And I know I went down a little tangent here because we're gonna get back to YoungBoy and Chief Keef. But Chief Keef is kind of smart when it comes to that, right? Like, all right, bro, y'all not gonna keep like extorting me or whatever. I'm out of here. Right? Vaughn tried to do it for a while. At the end of the day, granted, security is better than homeboy security. His homeboys allowed him to fight for so long, a nigga hopped out the car and shot him and killed him. I'm not trying to blame people, but come on. That's the prize. You can't, You're supposed to get Vaughn away from that and y'all beat him up. Right? But again, you're rolling around with thugs, not security. Durk also kind of did the same thing. And I think he learned from Vaughn, because Vaughn had like a different aura and mystique about him. And it's because he leaned into the hood. Like, think about Durk's music before him and Vaughn start really like almost like, doing that fusion dance. Durk started naming shit way more. He started being way more vivid. Vaughn, King Vaughn, Blood Money, Chief Keef. Y'all could just Google this and, it's probably going to be a Reddit story somewhere. Oh, well, here we go.
That was before. Ain't gonna be no you trying to who you is, boy. You know who we is. That's the spirit Vaughn don't got. We know who you is, boy, and you ain't know. That's how the guys be.
So they're explaining why Chief Keef and King Vaughn never really were like really locked in.
And that's how I look at them. Like,
this guy's old block J Hood.
Hey, bro, them like.
Are you talking about two different occasions, or are you talking about the time when?
I'm talking about, two different occasions, but I'm saying the first occasion, that happened before Sosa was rich, and that was just straight Vaughn taking 2 poles from him. The second occasion.
Oh, what? I never know this.
The guys, bro. How you trust some niggas they ran in your crib?
Okay, so he's kind of like giving the same story we've heard. He's saying, I didn't know Vaughn was part of the running in the crib.
Are you talking about two different occasions, or are you talking about the time when?
I'm talking about, 2 different occasions, but I'm saying the first.
Oh, so they're claiming that King Vaughn had 2 different occasions or run-ins with Keef?
First occasion, that happened before Sosa was rich, and that was just straight Vaughn taking 2 poles from him. The second occasion was with Top and all them. Man, again, when I said Sosa ain't stupid, I'm saying Sosa ain't stupid because he know that Vaughn and T-Roy follow up behind Top. That was his minions, like, or whatever you want to call it, they following him. And so, nigga Sosa already knew he couldn't trust Top. Or let alone them either.
So he's saying that Chief Keef couldn't trust Boss Top because Boss Top is really locked in with Vaughn. And Vaughn supposedly tried to bust a move on. Again, but I'm explaining the lore of why you will see Keef in the same room as YoungBoy, because the majority of Chicago would think if you respect Chicago as a whole, the nigga got a song that said clean up on Alo. You know what I mean? Nigga mad because, like, whatever about his dead cousin. You know what I mean? Even though I don't think Vaughn and Durk were really cousins, but whatever. A lot of people from Chicago would say, why would you fuck with this guy? But he's given the explanations that maybe Keef never fucked with Vaughn at all because of these reasons. Vaughn supposedly ran in his crib, took 2 guns. That's what supposed to mean. And then now he's explaining some other shit.
I already finessed him. Nah. He already knew what they was on. So he just showing y'all for real. He probably like F them. That's just how he look at it. And I ain't gonna say he right or wrong. Man, he feel it. And that happened to him. It ain't happened to me. So whatever happened to Sosa and however he choose to go about it, that's how he did. I did the same things too. Like, man, you got to separate yourself from people sometime, bro. Niggas be back door. Niggas be back door.
Sound like some Ty Lue shit. Look like Ty Lue would fit perfectly in O Block. Really.
And so Sosa did right regardless. He's still alive. He ain't, you feel me? He still got hope. So, hey, he did what was best for him.
Why would Vaughn steal 2 guns from Chief Keef?
That was Vaughn. Why would Vaughn be robbing people when he is rich?
What?
Evil gonna do evil, nigga. Evil gonna do evil. I love.
Oh, that nigga said evil gonna do evil. Yeah, you ever seen this? You ever seen this?
Removing a demon force. One of Satan's greatest soldiers was King. Removing a...
Nigga said King Vaughn was one of Satan's greatest soldiers.
bro, Cuz was a fucking, bro, he was dead, bro. If he wanted you out of there, he'll go do it himself on feet by himself. He was dead.
Moving a demon force. One of Satan's greatest soldiers was King Vaughn.
What? It said King Vaughn was one of Satan's greatest soldiers.
Charleston White believes King Vaughn was a genuine real-life demon.
A regular human can't kill no demon. That's why the demons are terrorizing everybody. King Vaughn is one of the only few demons we done seen die who professed out of his mouth. The Bible says, what's in your heart, it go come out of your mouth. He said, I'm a demon, man. I'm on demon time. The only reason King Vaughn was free, the witnesses came up dead a day before the trial. Did y'all forget? He was in a documentary laughing. You know how sick and demonic you gotta be? So to watch King Vaughn die before the world was an act of...
Yeah, no, that was diabolical too, chat. I don't know if y'all remember this. So there's somebody named K.I. There was a female that supposedly was involved in the drill movement era. K.I. documentary, King Vaughn. And essentially Vaughn was in the documentary. Now here's the thing. They claim Vaughn killed her. Imagine somebody's documentary about their life. You're in the documentary. No, he was so sarcastic. He'd be like, oh, her? Oh, no, I was just trying to fuck. That's it. Bro, did you kill her or not?
He don't like me. What's the like?
It's like when King Vaughn, Akademiks, Duck. Nigga, I thought it was sincere. Look, keep it 100. You know you and Duck didn't make up. His mom came out. They said, you and Duck.
Gang, how you gonna tell? See that this ain't right. Gang, how y'all gonna say that?
His mom said that would never happen.
His mama was not there. I ain't never met his mama. I don't know his mama. You see what I'm saying?
Come to find out, the feds allege that he paid for the 6 men, or I think it's the 6 men, to go kill. Yo, Vaughn was like some other shit. The nigga was on an interview with me saying, nah, man, we made up. That's my guy. Whole time later on, after he dies, the feds indict a bunch of people claiming that he paid for the hit.
I've talked to him. You see what I'm saying? They and then they deleted all our DMs, so I can't show them the. I don't know why they do that. You see what I'm saying? Like but they ain't gonna show you that. They just want to look like we into it. So
were you saddened by the news that he was murdered then?
Man, that shit hurt. I ain't even go to sleep at night.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. In the moment, I believed him.
I can't believe that shit. Hold on, man. Oh, let's talk about some other shit.
Keep it 100. People want to know on some real shit. Don't troll with me, Vaughn. Keep it 100. You know you and
heard. I ain't even go to sleep at night. Can't believe that shit.
Why was he eating like that?
Hold on, man.
Was he crying?
Ain't no more FB.
He's clear.
Oh, let's talk about some other shit.
Yeah.
God, one of Satan's greatest soldiers was King Vaughn. So to get that.
Okay. Anyway.
Love him. You feel me? But the soul behind Vaughn, bro, that's just who Vaughn was. He's a robber, man. That's who he was, bro. I don't. Why would he do that? He wanted the guns more than he cared about his feelings. That's why. He wanted what he wanted, and he could get it. He got it. That's why. Bro, like, I don't know why, though, because them niggas was close, though. Sosa and Vaughn was close. They were close. They weren't closer than Sosa and Troy, but they still was close. See them together and all that. But after that had happened, I guess Sosa was like, nah, man. Hey, fool me once, nigga. Shame on me. You feel me? And that's it. You ain't gonna do it again. Or shame on you. Fool me twice, then you feel me? He ain't gonna put the blame on him. So he separated himself. But yeah, I don't know why Vaughn did that. I asked Sosa too, try to see if he remembered that when we was on the phone. He could try to act like he didn't remember. He probably thought that I was recording it, like that I was gonna record. Like, nigga, I'm not that, bro. You ain't nobody to me. You might be somebody to them, but you're Chief Cozart to me. Like, that's how I am. So, but yeah, who knows?
So there was the peace treaty, right? And it was between 600 and Jaro and
600 Old Block and Jaro.
And was this after a girl was killed, I believe?
I don't remember a specific person dying that led to this. It definitely wasn't no girl at all. Cause I mean, the only girl that had their life taken, that was like, you know, that we was actually talking or bumping heads about was K.I. You feel me? And so it wasn't no other woman that had.
I read about this peace treaty happening because an innocent victim got killed, a girl, I believe. But I don't know if it's true or not.
I ain't heard nothing about that. Niggas don't care about nobody getting no innocent people get killed. They ain't finna do to stop that. You gonna stop and wanna call a peace treaty because y'all tired of getting shot. They don't be caring about people that ain't theirs, bro. They be so glad it went, bro. Them like, come on, bro. We not thinking about nobody else.
And the peace treaty ended because D-Thing was killed not too long after.
It's like they called the peace treaty so that they could kill him. They killed, like, you know, after they did that, like, after they called the peace treaty, 600 was just walking like that. Like, that's why we went to the party late, I remember, because we wasn't really trusting that. They was just acting like, man, it's a peace treaty. They got freedom to the whole world. So they was doing what they was wanting to do. They didn't care no more. They was just going up and down, man, and they took D-Thing life, man, right there close to 63rd, man. Shot him in his stomach, and he died by shot. He didn't even die. The doctor say he didn't even die because of the bullet. He died because he was scared.
What?
Damn.
Man, right? Terrible, bro.
And how did this party, like, how was the party that you guys went to? Was it, and nothing happened,
the one that
everybody was cool that night?
One, bro.
Now, I know I don't want to get all the way back in Chicago lore with y'all, but
what about Blood Money, bro?
So this is kind of like the main thing behind it, right? So Blood Money was the cousin of Chief Keef, and this guy, and yes, he's childhood friends with Chief Keef and King Vaughn. So like, this is why like he's important, and like that's why his word matters. So he was childhood friends with Chief Keef. Yeah, there's old pictures of all of them. Him, Keef, him, Vaughn, all three of them. And this is what he comes out 3 years ago and says.
Hating on Blood Money.
Man, look, see, I'm gonna keep it straight funky. That shit was straight back though. You don't gotta believe it. You can hear whatever. Oh, these people saw this. I don't give a fuck what y'all heard. I ain't out here talking on my ass like these niggas do, bro. Folks them killed T-Roy and Vaughn killed that nigga. No.
Now, that's why this gets complicated. So you have someone from O-Block J Hood, who literally accuses King Vaughn and T-Roy of killing Chief Keef's cousin, Blood Money. So when you think about everything you keep hearing, oh, they robbed Keef multiple times. They killed his cousin. I could see why Keef probably doesn't have that like super sympathy or like, oh, nah, fuck YoungBoy shit because, you know, Vaughn died. He probably just doesn't give a fuck. Respectfully.
No matter what the fuck else, and look, I might be saying it in a harsh way, but I'm no way in no form of fashion trying to be disrespectful to Blood. Rest in peace to Big Gang. Niggas was backdooring. That's why I'm speaking out on the shit. I don't know nothing. The Front Street know what's up. They know that it's been some shit going on for years
but
now.
T-Roy and Chief Keef was cool. Why would T-Roy kill Chief Keef's cousin, though?
We can't even get to all the main logistics of it, but we just gonna say niggas is followers. T-Roy and Vaughn was who they was, but that don't mean that them niggas was, like, them niggas listen to people. Like, if the, like, followers, that's all this shit ever be. Niggas was followers. T-Roy and Vaughn was followers. Who they follow, y'all, I don't know. Y'all answer that yourself. But the nigga that got killed,
He died,
right?
Yeah, he died, but they had his body in the at a party. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And at first, niggas was like, damn, like, what the hell was the club thinking? Or, you know what I'm saying? But Gunu mama came.
Okay, so now he's talking about, that's some different story about Gunu. Okay. All right. So we're kind of getting the lore here. So, not only it looks like before Keef got famous first. So Vaughn is just one of them niggas who's just a hood nigga. He's doing whatever. Maybe he tried to do some stuff to Keef. We don't know. But they're claiming that, at least this guy is saying that it might be responsible for Keef's cousin's death. And now it gets a little bit spooky because King Vaughn speaks on Chief Keef. I don't think he ever really said anything crazy. Look.
Why Chief Keef never said anything in terms of like rest in peace to Vaughn or anything like that?
It was close. Keef always been a little stubborn, motherfucker,
This boss stubborn.
Especially like when he got the money, he got more stubborn.
Do you okay, so you're from O Block?
Yeah.
Like right there?
Straight, yeah, that's what it's called. 64th King Drive, 64th, 65th. It started really on 63rd.
Right.
That little whole area, Parkway Gardens complex.
Do you remember when Keef came out? Was that like a huge changing point for the neighborhood and for Chicago as a whole?
We was yeah. Yeah, Chicago as a whole, but really for us, because, he from my block, so shit, how that shit go. But I was in jail.
Oh, okay.
So I was out first when we started rapping, he started going crazy. So the shit been raw to us and shit, but now everybody get to listen to it. Now I'm in jail. They call him like, man, folks on the radio and shit now.
So it looks like Vaughn never really had no animosity, but maybe animosity was on the other side because, Vaughn looked like he was doing shit to people. It looked like nobody was doing nothing to him.
Folks going crazy, like he taking off with the shit. So I'm like, damn, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But I'm in jail. I'm thinking about jail to him and shit.
Can't really find much videos. Oh, this is when he fully talks about the problem.
My money. And the only reason folks took folks' chain for the nigga lied to say he gonna get some money from my homie Vaughn, right?
Oh, okay. So this way we saw that story already. Did they ever really communicate? So it looked like Boss Stop and Vaughn was they were locked in. Yeah, we can't find anything else. Chief Keef reacts to King Vaughn's death. No, that's probably fake. Let me see. Oh, Chief Keef was defending Vaughn's name. Oh, this is on RP. Oh, watch this. King Vaughn, if Chief Keef has love in O Block. Here we go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Shit with Sosa?
So, description. You can follow me on all my social media at 16 Shot on Visuals with a Z. But that's enough for me talking. Let's get to the video y'all came to see.
You had a relationship with Sosa?
So,
that was my boy. For sure.
So how was it with him? He still got love in the O?
Yeah.
Alright. Is there anybody in the city you want to work with that you ain't worked with yet?
I ain't gonna lie. Yo, Vaughn was a notorious liar, bro. When he say something, I don't believe him at all. I don't believe that nigga at all, bro. I don't believe that nigga at all. But Chief Keef has never really said nothing. There was a whole time. Oh, here we go.
Why you think Sosa never spoke about Vaughn?
First of all, it was a situation with them robbing. Sosa one of them people, bro, like, even if y'all think he forgave a motherfucker, bro, he don't forget. Sosa, like, when that shit happened, folk, with his crib and his chain and all that, he never forgot that, and Vaughn was there. And Troy was there, too, so I get what you he gave Troy some love when he died, so why didn't he give Vaughn some love when he died? But it's like I
Oh, T-Roy was there?
I ain't gonna say spent time like being against Sosa, but it was a bunch of in-house shit with him and Durk. You ain't come be with me, you want to be with OTF. You ain't want to come be Glow Gang, even though we O-Block. Fo wasn't the one that did it, he just one of the ones that was with it. Sosa, he just one of them type of dudes for like, I know he love Vaughn. I know he got love for him, and I know.
Interesting.
Was King Vaughn a stand-up tour nigga?
Okay, we don't need 6ix9ine in there. Ah, interesting. So that led into like, there was supposedly like, Durk and Chief Keef relationship. It's kind of like an interesting thing between
industry money. He had been repping the BD since he
was
Ron. Their block is close to Parkway Gardens, aka O Block, so he was always tight with a lot of the same dudes Keef knew. Back in the day, Durk wanted to make it to the NBA.
All right, let me skip
squad. I say fuck him. We'll go roll with him.
Okay, let's
support. And he allegedly sent the first shot at Durk when he tweeted OTG #only the glow. It's not clear what Sosa really.
Ooh, so I guess maybe Keef thought he was like, yo, I'm the most popping nigga out here.
Vaughn. And that's where the real issues between him and Keef started. When Durk got booked, most of his OTF and GBE homies hopped on Twitter to show love.
Okay, Rondo. Okay, all right. You know, Lil Reese from Lamron, but he's tweeting 300. Lil Durk, okay. Oh, Fredo was okay. Everybody kind of is LA Capone. All right.
What was weird about the situation is that Keef never threw him any support, and he allegedly sent the first shot at Durk when he tweeted OTG #only the glow. It's not clear what Sosa really meant.
By the way, who do y'all think is a more legend? Obviously, Keef is Keef, but who y'all think is a more legendary drill figure? So I have like this interesting perspective of how I look at drill. Keef is always gonna be like that guy who was like the pioneer, but I really don't believe there's no greater nigga in drill history other than Durk. I think Durk is the ultimate. I think Durk maxed out at everything. He's mainstream. He always was dealing with underground beef. He was making raw music. He was tapped in with the hood. He was doing everything. Like, he was hitting all the bases.
Meant with the tweet, but a lot of people think he was clowning Durk's Only the Family crew and saying he wasn't rocking with that side anymore. Durk and Keef have never really aired out what actually happened.
Nah, Keef started this shit, but put it like this. Durk helped shape Chicago. Let's just say that. Okay, Keef started it, but when drill kind of went down a bit, he left. Durk shaped Chicago. That's why I look at him. I think Durk, while Keef is like the originator and pioneer, like, Durk the greatest ever, bro, when it comes to drill. That's how I look at it. Durk is the greatest ever when it comes to drill. Respectfully. He hit that shit on the highest level. He made pop song dissing niggas in the hood. He got on records with some of the biggest rappers and still was on some street shit. He's with Future, dissing niggas blocks away from where his niggas is at. Not gonna lie. Yo, he's on songs with Savage talking about hits, allegedly. Now, shout out to Young Poppy. Somebody says, I'm biased. I feel like y'all trying to bait me a little bit. Here's my point. When it comes to music, if we're only going on music, it's Keef. 100%. If we're only going, nigga, when I'm saying drill, nigga, like, bro, I really feel Durk made shit shake, nigga. Durk was really going crazy in Chicago. Durk really made shit shake, nigga. And when you in drill music, like, Durk was standing on every business in Chicago. Let's just leave it there. When everybody said they left Chicago, Durk had niggas in there still moving. Like, when Durk said he's the voice, that nigga's the voice. And I hope, and I you know, we trying to be chill. I hope y'all know what I'm talking about. All right.
But this is how it went down according to rumors. Durk had his deal with Def Jam, but didn't have his pockets up yet. While at the same time, Keef was already rich off of I Don't Like and his Interscope deal. When Durk got locked up, he allegedly reached out to Keef and asked him to put up the 10K he needed to bond out. But Keef just let him sit in the Cook County jail for a month without helping him. When Durk finally got the bond money himself, he came out and tweeted, "I'm back, bitch. Yeah, I'm back, bitch. Did you miss me? Or you ain't care, bitch. I'm free," which was a reference to Keef's first day out freestyle. Then a few days later, Keef just tweeted OTG again. And by that point, everyone knew there was some static behind the scenes. But but Durk confirmed it when he went on a Twitter rant against Keef. First, he shouted out Lil Reese and Fredo Santana for holding it down and not being fake. Then he aired out Keef and said he would have been killed already if he wasn't linked with 300. Durk even called him an op and said he wasn't allowed.
Oh shit.
In the hood anymore. At the same time Durk was fighting his case, their homie D Rose was locked up too because he couldn't afford to bond out. So Durk sent more shots at Keef for letting another one of their friends sit in jail. Then he finished off by warning Keef that he's not Soulja Boy and the situation could get ugly if he wanted it to. Sosa and Soulja was cool and linked up for tracks like Foreign Cars and Say She Loved Me. But then the situation went left and Keef's homie Ball Out allegedly snatched Soulja Boy's chain. Soulja sent some death threats on Twitter, but when Keef made it clear he was ready for smoke, Soulja backed down immediately and claimed he got hacked. Durk wasn't playing around like that though, and soon enough, the beef took a shocking turn. After Durk aired him out on Twitter, Keef responded by saying he just bought a new 4-wheel. Beef took a down immediately and claimed he got hacked. Durk wasn't playing around like that though, and soon enough, the beef took a shocking turn. After Durk aired him
Warning, I'm not Soulja Boy. This shit can get ugly.
out on Twitter, Keef responded by saying he just bought a new 4-wheeler for $10K, which was the exact amount Durk needed to get his bond. Durk and D
I just bought a new 4-wheeler for $10K. Ooh.
Rose wasn't the only guys that Keef let sit in jail though. Back in the day, a dude named Trey 5 was allegedly one of O Block's most dangerous shooters. Rumors say he was involved in all kinds of hits, including taking out FBG Duck's brother Brick. While Durk and Keef were sending shots back and forth in 2013, Trey had already been locked up on a different case for around 2 years because he couldn't afford his $250K bond. According to rumors, the rest of O Block put their money together and had $18K to bail Trey out, and they asked Keef to put up the last $7.5K to get him out of jail. Keef allegedly told him it was no big deal and he would handle it, but he never actually gave him the money, even though he just bragged about spending the same amount on sneakers. That's when everything changed. There was obviously some static between Keef and his old homies, but nobody expected what happened next. When DJ Vlad interviewed Durk at the end of 2013, Durk said they weren't friends, but they weren't enemies either.
Ain't nothing with us. Ain't no enemies, ain't no friends.
Durk said he was just focused on his own wave and wasn't worried about what everyone else was doing.
You could always tell with Durk's eyes, man.
But then the situation took a wild turn that proved the beef was definitely real. Boss Top, OJ, and some other OTF affiliates broke into the crib that Keef was renting with his manager and raided the whole place. They grabbed jewelry, clothes, and allegedly stole random things like deodorant and Keef's daughter's diapers too. Nobody knows what really went down, but Keef allegedly showed up in the middle of the robbery and Boss Top snatched his chain. During the whole crazy situation, one of Keef's homies ended up getting shot, but luckily survived. Then the OTF dude stole Keef's whip and drove off. Keef's ex-manager allegedly called the police while the robbery was going down, but when the cops showed up, nobody would tell him anything. A few months later, Keef aired Boss Top out for switching up and robbing him. Young Chop is the producer who made the beat for I Don't Like and helped put Chicago drill on the map, but Keef accused him of stealing too. That's when Durk and THF Bezoo posted a video flexing the chain they allegedly snatched from GBE Capo. Before Keef's crib was raided, his homie Ball Out allegedly had his chain snatched after a fight broke out between dudes in OTF and GBE. A dude named Mubu Crump claimed that Lil Reese thought Durk was behind it and choked him out in the club.
When they go in the back, we all go in the back. The nigga Ball Out checked the nigga Durk like, you bitch ass nigga, I heard you saying something about the chain. And then next thing you know, Reese like, nigga, where that chain at on BD? Jump over there and choke him.
But Reese told Cam Capone News
There was a rumor that you choked him out in the club or something back in the day.
That shit fake. That shit false. That shit came from a hating ass op. That shit fake. Never ever, never.
Durk addressed the story too, and on Gucci Mane's track Rumors, he rapped, "What you know about popping out and trying to hit they face first? They like smirk, yo ass be tripping, better put your case first. Choking who? I heard them rumors, niggas better play slow. I don't want no niggas who you catch, I want the one I paid for." After the shooting at Keef's crib, it looked like the situation was gonna get deadly, but Boss Top said it was all a misunderstanding.
That wasn't about nothing.
Wait, it was his Tarzana crib? I thought it was in Chicago. No, that's Ramsey the Great. They might be wrong with that. I never heard anything in California. Yeah, I don't know. That home invasion or that they stole. Oh, wait, never mind. Suspects caught burglarizing Chief Keef's home in Tarzana. No, that's not what we're talking about. Oh, maybe some other shit. Chief Keef, diaper, boss top. That's supposedly the incident. I thought that was when he was yeah, it was 2014. My bad, chat. What the fuck? Oh, my bad. That was crazy. All right, enough, bro.
We got to the bottom of that, you know what I'm saying? Okay. So it's like, you know, I think Vaughn cleared that up or something. You know what I'm saying?
But all that got squashed.
Yeah, that's my boy.
You still fuck with Chief Keef.
Yeah, that's my boy. That's my little brother.
Who's still a very important part of Chicago hip hop.
Yeah, for sure.
To this day.
Yeah, for sure.
Boss Top might have ended his issues with Keef, but the situation between Durk and him was about to get even worse. At the same time, Durk was beefing with Tyga too. The two of them were seen in the studio together working with Chris Brown, but Tyga got heated over Durk using his girlfriend's name in the verse. He was dating Black China at the time and asked Durk to change the line and take her name out. Durk went along with it and changed his verse without any issues, and he said Tyga and him started texting back and forth about linking up for a collab. Tyga ended up ghosting him though, so Durk took shots at him on the Chirac remix and rapped. Heard Tyga sneak dissing on me, said I'm thought bitches, I'm not right. Tyga only got one name, but that nigga ain't got one stripe. He backpacked, so easy to get the nigga shit snatched. Tyga clapped back with the Chirac remix and raps. Niggas thinking that they MCs can't get touched.
Why the heck? Yo, let me tell you this. Yo, chat. Yo, certain niggas, you gotta know who you beefing with. Why would niggas think that? Yo, again, I'm not saying Durk is like a killer. Durk was a crash out. Not himself. Durk is the type of nigga who would probably. All right, let me not even say it, because he got a case going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, Durk, he a crash out in the sense of, nigga, he gonna get his niggas. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain niggas, you gotta know who you going against. Why did Tyga think that Durk wasn't like that?
Well, it's hammer time. Who the fuck is Lil Durk? I dust you like Ashton Perk. Your flow whack, my flow crap. Got marble floors, your floor's crap. Got rap shit, mice traps. These niggas broke, need ankle wraps. Don't ride around in LA if you ain't come on the jet with the strap. He got the game to hop on the track too, and he took shots at Durk with the line, I don't fuck with no new niggas, they like to sue. No woo, nigga. Tyga hit me like Durk dissing. Durk Nowitzki, Durk who, nigga? Durk, which is why everyone was shocked that Keef posted the track and said, be boo.
Oh.
Nerve of these niggas. Don't make me put on burgundy, nigga. Let the AK, I'm serving these niggas. They was sending some wild shots at Durk, which is why everyone was shocked that Keef posted the track and
Keef posted it?
Said, be boo, go fuck with blood in them. Durk was obviously pressed about it and said that Keef was just
Sosa posted Tyga and Game dissing on IG. That's saying fuck Chirac. Oh, okay.
Disrespecting the entire city by taking their side. Beefing with your old homies from the same city is one thing, but Durk thought Keef crossed the line when he kept rocking with Tyga in the game. While Durk was beefing with Tyga in the game, Keef was having his own issues with the Migos. It all started when Keef thought the Migos dissed him on the track Broken Knees, and after that, they started sending shots back and forth. Keef told him to pull up, then the Migos dropped the track Jealousy, and Offset raps, fuck nigga, you saying we dissing? Mistletoe chopper, then bullets come kissing. Don't enter Atlanta without no permission. Since Keef was rocking with Game and Tyga, Durk linked up with the Migos and even brought him to O-Block to shoot a video. Then a few weeks later, the beef went from diss records to real life. While the Migos were performing in DC, some GBE affiliates pulled up and started a massive fight. Quavo ended up getting his chain snatched, and later Keef posted a pic flexing the chain to clown them over the situation. Everything was getting crazy already, and Keef put more pressure on Durk when he linked up with Tyga in the booth. They dropped the track Now and Later and didn't take any shots at Durk, but it was clear that Keef had picked his side and was sticking to it. After that, it seemed like the beef was only going to keep getting worse. But then out of nowhere, the news broke that Durk and Keef had squashed everything.
I remember this tweet.
We was in LA. You know what I'm saying? We was politicking. It was just a lot of BS going on before, like a lot of threats. So we was like, all right, man, we got to FaceTime this one. You know what I'm saying? But we squashed it one another.
That's a long time to talk, 3 hours.
I'm saying we just squashed it. You know what I'm saying? We from the same hood, so we was talking about different things too, but that's bro, so it's on.
Then they linked up in the studio for their track Decline and let everyone know that the beef was officially dead. Durk and Keef was never super tight back in the day, and they still ain't doing much together now. But luckily, the beef ended before one of them got hurt. They might not be best friends now, but at least there's no more static, and our homies ain't sending death threats and snatching chains anymore. Durk even showed love to Keef in front of a massive crowd in 2022, and let everyone know that even though they've had some problems before, they still come from the same place, and it's all love.
Interesting. All right. I know. I went through 20 million things to get to, Oh, I asked about this? Yo, bro, my memory must be going. Here we go. Hey, why you and Keef don't be making music? Like, I be wanting y'all to, like...
It ain't me and Keef, man. Like, Keef, that's my dog. Some of the people from my block, like, who got real names, they talk to Keef. So, like, it's nothing. Like, I was just finna bring Keef on tour.
Okay, see, I'm not... Because the internet been saying y'all been secretly beefing. I promise you. I'm not making this up. I swear.
I gotta start getting more into the internet. I promise you I don't be on there.
Yo, he learned this shit from Vaughn. You know, I realized, like, after the interview, like, I would say certain shit, and the way he would react to it, it would make it feel like it's nothing, but it was actually something.
I gotta start getting more into the internet. I promise you I don't be on there looking.
I swear, they said that you be dissing Keef. Why? Not taking care of the guys.
If Keef don't take care of his guys, Keef just don't take care of his guys. If Keef take care of his guys, Keef take care of his guys.
Have you mentioned him about taking care of his guys or not?
I never heard him not taking care of his guys. That kills that. How the they still agree into it?
Yeah, this thing is so sarcastic. He learned this from Vaughn.
These people crazy.
Yo, he learned that from Vaughn. The D thing he learned that from Vaughn. All right. Anyway, all right, cool. So let's get back to the main topic. So Chief Keef makes a song with NBA YoungBoy, and apparently OTF, or a lot of people in Chicago, they're upset. They're like, yo, this is fake. Why would you do a song with NBA YoungBoy, a guy not from the city? Whether you were that cool with Durk or you're cool with Vaughn, he's kind of like almost making Chicago look like punks. Why would you do a song with him? And essentially, let me see if I can find some of the old block people talking about it. Or Chicago Keef YoungBoy. I'm trying to see if any of them talked about it. I don't know if we have anybody. Okay, here we go. All right, so this is Tay 6.
I ain't never had a on Steve Gray, folk. Like, I don't know if people like understand like I know all y'all know the history, folks. So I'm not even gonna sit here and repeat the history, folks. But some people like Keef, folk, like he remember everything. You know what I'm saying? And not only
so he's reiterating what we just learned.
Do he remember everything? Like he really like he don't go backwards, folk. Like that's one thing I learned about Soul, folk. Like some of these you done seen beef and get back cool in the midst of the last 10 years, bro. Any nigga cross Keef, folk, we have not seen back around Keef. Have not been rumored for Keef to like them, support them, or none of that, folk. Like, he might, like, even with Smirk, like, before Smirk got booked, like, they were just DMing and, like, that, but it's real live, like, everybody get played at arm's length, folk. Like, everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't these, like, you feel me? Like, Sosa ain't went backwards at all. Like, if a Nate him, folk, he don't got no, like, he don't feel the loyalty he's supposed to have. You know what I'm saying? Like, and honestly, if you ask me, bro, that's why Sosa's still alive and free.
Oh, wow. So he's saying that because he don't give second chances, that's why he's alive. Interesting.
This song with him and YB, folk, he probably ain't feel no way when he made it about making it. And honestly, if you ask me, he probably shouldn't, bro. You know what I'm saying? He probably shouldn't. Yeah, he grew up where he grew up, and he from where he from. But we know how that went. I don't even want to get to saying all the details because we all know what happened. You know what I'm saying? It went how it went.
Okay, so all the his own guys robbed him shit, like he not fucking with it. Okay. Anybody else from Chicago? Let me try to sort this week. I want to see if anybody. This is King Yella talking about it? We don't care about King. King Yella not from. He a op. Well, at least for those guys, right? They're saying Chief Keef confirms his cousin was backdoored by King Vaughn on a song with YoungBoy.
Yo. So, we recently created a community with and followers on, along with the whole situation that Lil Durk is currently in, where it's rumored that King Vaughn was between Lil Rick track with him and NBA YoungBoy called Rooms. He would take a lot of flack from guys he was once cool with and others. One of those guys that would talk up was TTE's own Breeze. He would take to his IG story and say, quote, "I won't be listening to Sosa no more. Thumbs down emoji. Y'all be real life going against this ish. Clown emoji." But of course, Keef got guys that's going to defend him as well. And one of those people would be Glow Gang's own Main. After Breeze posted that, Main would respond to it subliminally by saying, quote, "We Glow Gang. We don't give two F's. Why do you think we made 43B? F everybody, cry us a river." Now Breeze responded by saying, quote, "At Four Corner Glow, didn't your chain get took? Go cry a river about that ish before you give your opinion on ish when I'm talking, fam." Now Main will go a little further with a longer message as he did respond, and he would state, quote, "Man, you a little ad boy. Durk don't even effing know you. You 20 years old, ninja. Stay out the business. You little dirty bum ad ninja. F you, wearing DD jacket and chain. Because them ninjas snakes, this ones that he keep around." Him and Durk haven't been seeing eye to eye for the longest, so that was always one of the issues avatar to Blood Money's picture on Instagram after everybody started giving him backlash for working with NBA YoungBoy. When King Vaughn was rumored to have allegedly set up Blood Money, who was, here we go. For one, if he was so close to Vaughn and cared, I don't think he'll be.
What's Chief Keef's Instagram picture right now? Wait, sorry. Shit. Chief Keef. Oh, his Instagram is Blood Money. And they're saying that Keef never forgot, and Keef blames King Vaughn for the death of Blood Money, maybe a setup or whatever. So his profile picture explains why he's doing a song with YoungBoy. Because the idea of YoungBoy is not that he's just beefing with Durk. It's like, yo, he killed, or not YoungBoy, but YoungBoy's mans killed Vaughn. Keef is saying, why do I give a fuck about Vaughn when my cousin Blood Money got killed, and the blame is going towards maybe a setup by Vaughn and T-Roy? Oh, makes sense.
He dating or messing with his sister Kayla B. That's one red flag. But then two, Boss hopping him was stealing Keef things when he first took off. So that was always one of the issues we all got to know publicly that caused friction between O-Block and the affiliates. But then things got worse when King Vaughn was rumored to have allegedly set up Blood Money, who was a Glow Gang affiliate and Chief Keef's blood cousin. Like I stated earlier, we don't know how true it is, but Keef would kind of confirm everything when he would change his avatar to Blood Money's picture on Instagram after everybody started giving him backlash for working with NBA YoungBoy. Now how I took that was Keef basically saying without saying it, I don't care what happened to Vaughn because Vaughn is responsible for my cousin, allegedly. It's no different than when someone passed away and then their ops start posting their loved one that may have been unalived by him. At least, that's how I took it. Then you have to remember, King Vaughn kind of trolled Blood Money at the time of his passing when he would tweet and flip Blood Money's lyrics from his song Thought He Was, featuring Chief Keef. Blood Money would say, quote, "I'm Blood Money from Front Street and I run ish." King Vaughn would tweet saying, quote, "I'm King Vaughn from O-Block and I run ish. Hashtag rest in peace Blood Money, 100 emoji." Now he could have been trolling or he could have been genuine. Y'all let us know what y'all think. However, King Yella feels wholeheartedly that King Vaughn did have something to do with Blood Money losing his life. Y'all check this out.
Hey, I see a lot of niggas in the comments. I see a lot of niggas don't like Chief Keef and YoungBoy doing a song. But at the end of the day, it's growth and development. And there ain't no gangbang. That's respectfully saying that. But niggas like, I ain't gonna be listening to Keef no more. Oh, he went against the grain and niggas do anything and woo. Man, Keef do what you want to do. He opened the doors for everyone in Chicago, nigga, for Durk, for Reese, for you, for me, for everyone. You talking about? Without Shorty, won't be none of y'all niggas be hating so much. But at the end of the day, Vaughn, all them niggas, man, if y'all ain't pay attention to the distance, to all that been going on, niggas never with each other like that for real anyway. It was fake love, nigga. Then especially, come on, Vaughn and all them niggas backdoored and kill blood money. Y'all know what's going on. Don't act like y'all slow, nigga. What you talking about? Y'all never saw Chief Keef post Vaughn one time, nigga. You ain't hear them niggas do a song, nothing. That tells you a lot. I'ma have a song down there with every homie I got, nigga. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? You gonna see me with it, we gonna be thugging, you gonna see something, nigga. Come on, man. I already got the information with the nigga. They ran into each other at Rolling Now loud, man. And Keef asked the nigga, what's up? Ooh, you supposed to have something to do with my cousin getting killed? He on, I ain't had nothing to do with it. Go back over there to the O Block niggas and get that. Hit me in my mouth.
Interesting. Okay, anyway. Kind of got the history on it. I guess this makes it a little bit more, makes it make sense. Because, so, the collab happens, just that you know, because I know we kind of went all over the place. But I honestly forgot, right? So, the collab happens, we got Keef, we got YoungBoy, that's YoungBoy right here. YoungBoy right here. And you're going to see Keef, like, somewhere over here. Yeah, Keef is right here. They put out the song. And essentially, before the song even comes out, now that I'm thinking about it, like, I thought people knew this song was, like, previewed, because I remember talking about the song right when YoungBoy played it for me, and I didn't know nobody knew about the song. I thought his fan base be having on release. It's like Cardi.